Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for World Trigger, Chapter 154. And this is a relatively quick chapter, which will probably end up having a relatively quick review. But it was a good chapter. Ikoma, he ends up trying Kogetsu Whirlwind again because he's just in shock that no one got taken out the first time around. So he's in shock in his own little way because, of course, Ikoma is just a unique individual. And then we end up getting told by the commentators that the range of Whirlwind is inversely proportional to the effective time. Okay. So the shorter the effective time of activation, the longer the range will be. And Ikoma is the only one capable of shortening the effective time to 0.2 seconds. Most people do it 1 second, which ends up having a range of 15 meters. But Ikoma is just a boss, so he shortens it to 0.2 seconds, and he has the physical capabilities to actually activate it in 0.2 seconds. Which makes the range much longer. All right, now Ikoma, him and Satoshi start to focus on OG's squad, OG and Kashio and Kazuki, and Yuma during this entire shooting bullet fest manages to make his way off screen, so to speak. He activates Bagworm so that people will forget about him and he can move around without worrying about stuff. And Satoshi, he activates Hound, but he calls it Asteroid to try to trick OG, and it doesn't work. And the fighting just goes on. Some snipers were involved, and the fight ensues until Yuma eventually comes back and just completely executes Kazuki. Oh man, oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, Yuma just completely took this guy out easily. And on the one hand, he obviously tied the matchup, 1 point for Tamakoma, 1 point for OG. And on the other hand, he eliminated the only thing holding back OG squad. They eliminated the one hindrance that was actually preventing OG squad from being as mobile as they usually are. So now they can go ham pretty much and just go all over the place, speedy and agile and crap. And that's exactly what they do. The second they get an opportunity, they retreat, and they actually end up targeting the two snipers, Chika and Oki. All right, while I say Tamakoma. Yeah, Tamakoma. I was going to say just Yuma, but Chika had a couple shots in there. So Tamakoma and Ikoma, they start fighting each other. Though I do use the term fight loosely because it was only for a couple pages, a couple seconds really. It was mostly just Ikoma's squad interacting and just messing with Oki. It was, and I loved every panel of it, to be honest. The interactions between Ikoma's squad are just one of the best parts of this match. They are quickly becoming one of my favorite squads in this series. They just are. They just are, because how can you not like these guys? It's just hilarious the way they interact with each other. With Mario too, it's just hilarious. All right, but the chapter ends with OG and Kashio getting close to Oki and Chika, while Yuma ends up engaging Ikoma and Satoshi Ash Ketchum. Osamu was MIA for this entire chapter, with the exception of that last panel. But the fact that they added him into that last panel makes me think he and his wires are going to be relevant in the next chapter. So look forward to that. But as for this chapter, I will give it an 8 out of 10. We got another Kogetsu Whirlwind. We got Yuma taking out Kazuki. We got OG changing up their plan. We got some comedy with Ikoma squad. So I'd say overall this was a good chapter. And that is that, you guys. Chapter gets an 8 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA. And I will see you guys next time.